Shoewear coming at you with our first impressions on the Under Armour FUTR X2. Let's ride. I know you guys like that Russell Wilson little tag there. But hey, you guys, welcome back to our channel. Thank you guys for stopping by to check us out as always. Today we're checking out the Under Armour FUTR X2, the second edition. The FUTR X1 had a strap on it, so they did take that away. I always love the strap. If you guys have seen my videos, you know I love when they put the strap on basketball shoes, but these still have a pretty clean look. And it's going to be the same price as last year's model. This time I came stacked, ready with the numbers. These are retailing for $120, so you know, not very expensive, not, you know, the cheapest. You're not talking budget friendly down in like the 80s, 90s or anything like that. Kind of middle of the pack, I guess. But I do like the appearance for these. Like I said, I do miss the strap on them, but you're going to have like the big Under Armour logos on the inside and on the outside of the shoe. They did change up some of the stuff, but it still feels like a super light model. But now let's go ahead and walk around and see how they feel. As always, I'm going to bring you right back down to the socks here, let you check out what we're working with today. We got like this blue and pink kind of fusion pattern. These socks are numbered to 25, guys. So once they get to 25, they will sell out. I don't know. We've sold a couple of these ones. I mean, they've been starting to sell. So make sure you guys go and check them out. As you can see, I mean, we're out here performing in them. So these are kind of performance socks. They do feel good for that. They feel really, really soft and stuff. But we're not here to talk about the socks. So let's go ahead and talk about the shoes. So we do got the FUTR X Model 2 today. It is the second one in the line. I don't know how many it's going to end up going to, but like I said, this is one of the lightest shoes that I played in last year. I haven't checked these ones out yet, like what they're going to weigh or anything like that, but they feel super, super light. I do like the appearance on them. They're not super special, and similar to last year, they're not going to have, it doesn't seem like they're going to have a super long line of cushioning or anything like that, but gosh, it feels good out here today too. I feel like I'm not going to sweat quite as much. It's still a thick of it. It's August, so we're still dealing with the heat, but yeah, let's go ahead and bring it in. I'll let you come in and get tight here real quick before we run around in these. So they got a cool wave pattern here. You can see you got a little bit of a different texture from the front to the back. This is more of like kind of like netting. Feels a little more scratchy compared to more filled in the back half of the shoe. You got that flow on there for the Under Armour. You got the flow on there. These might have some flow cushioning. Like I said, I don't know if they got it in the shoe yet because this is the FUTR X. I can't remember what they used. I think they did use the flow on the FUTR X one, but here, I'll kind of space out here for a second. We'll go ahead and jog around for a second, get some movement. Gosh, this feels like a track shoe. I'm even looking at myself. There's like a reflection right there. I can see myself, and it feels like I'm just running around in a track shoe. So, not the most cushioning, but that's not what this section's for. Let's go ahead and move around on the court, get some shots up. All right, guys, so now we'll kind of move around on the court, kind of get you a better idea of how these shoes feel and play. But first, real quick, as always, the whole main purpose of this first impressions video, obviously, we're kind of feeling out the shoes, see how they feel. But I also want you guys to let us know what you want to see on this channel. Gosh, man, this thing's so annoying. But, I mean, leave us comments down below. We've had people telling us to do the durometer, to do like a squeak test, just different stuff like that. Any ideas you have, we may not do them all, but we've already had a few of them and we are using those. So, I mean, this is your chance. I mean, we're here for this. We're here on this channel to perform for you guys, kind of do what you want to do, and we want to present it in the best way possible. But now that's enough talking. We'll go ahead and move around in these shoes here. So I can see that the cushioning isn't going to be quite as like thick as some other models. And I remember that from the FUTR X, from like the original FUTR X line. It didn't have like the most cushioning at all, actually. I don't think it had a whole lot of cushioning at all. It was more of a definitely more of a responsive feel. These actually feel like they might be a little bit softer. And not softer in the sense of like, you know, necessarily a soft model, but they feel softer. And like I was saying, this is still gonna feel like a super light shoe. I can just tell that just moving around in them. Definitely a lighter model today. And I talked about the materials a little bit. You did lose, for support, you did lose the strap. Strap's not going to be on these. Definitely a thin model in the front half, like I said. Yeah, I know it doesn't look like there's quite as much containment, but I think if you look on here, I'm gonna have to show you a little bit better. I might show you on the outro. I actually looking at these, it feels like there might be a band. You see it right there? A little bit of a band on the side, so that can help. But like we said, we did lose the strap on these, so that's not going to be there. But I mean, super light model. I mean, I know that that's going to be definitely a good aspect for these. So now we'll look a little bit more at the traction. Get you a shot of it there. Nah, I can't get my leg up that high. But so this is going to have the same as last year's. It looks like the setup is almost exactly identical, and that's going to be like some like foam. And it's the same thing that Curry's line's been dealing with like the Curry 8s and the Curry 9s and stuff like that. It's been using that FUTR or that UA like flow foam or something like that is I think what they call it. And it feels super soft. So I mean, we're playing in these outdoors because that's what we do with all of our first impressions videos. We just want to like kind of give that, you know, outdoor kind of appearance, just vibe, see how it does outdoors initially, because I'll tell you, this isn't going to be the best shoe for outdoors. The traction might feel a little bit better compared to the ones, but definitely not great. And then the outsole, like, it's just not going to be durable. You can feel the foam. It feels like if I come out here and just start stabbing like that, that pattern is going to go away really quickly. I don't love that aspect. So durability, it's definitely not going to be the strongest part on this shoe. I wouldn't really call this an outdoor model at all. Whew, got a sweat in today, but I mean, overall, this shoe, I'm actually going to bring you in a little bit tighter since there is apparently some stuff I missed on the appearance section, or at least on the tech specs of the shoe. It looks like you're going to have like a blue little midfoot band that kind of ties into the lacing system. You can see it on the inside and on the outside of the shoe, like I just showed you. It's going to be there, and I think that's just going to be there to kind of help with you, just like I said, they had a strap that ran on top of the FUTR X1s. I'm assuming they just kind of put that blue band there just to give you a little extra lateral support, just keep your foot in the model. And on this light of a model, you're definitely going to be looking for something like that, because like I said, this thing, it feels like a feather. We haven't weighed it yet, but these things are going to be so light, and the FUTR X1 model was also super light. And then as far as like the outsole, you're going to see you got that flow right there. So I'm assuming you got like a UA flow foam like they used in the current 9s, the 8s. The FUTR X1 as well had that same setup. And with that, we talked about it a little bit, not a very durable upper or durable outsole. I mean, like, I didn't even want to make a lot of sharp cuts, but we do all of our first impressions outdoors. So we did want to do these outdoors, but I didn't want to make a lot of sharp cuts in these because that tread pattern is not going to hold up very long. And like, just to piggyback on top of that, for an outdoor shoe, the cushioning doesn't feel super strong. Like the impact protection won't be great on a harder surface. So it's just not going to be a great outdoor model from like my initial, like just my first response on these, but there's still a lot of stuff to like for $120. And then now's a good time to remind you guys, the whole point of these first impressions videos is to kind of give you guys the opportunity to see what you want to see on our channel. Like I said, we got the durometer and the squeak test and stuff like that. That's already being used in our videos. Should start coming out soon. And anything you guys want to see more, just to kind of enhance the channel, we do want to put on, you know, what kind of reviews you guys want to see and stuff like that. So any type of content, we're always down for that. But that's actually going to wrap up our review, first impressions on the Under Armour FUTR X2. Thank you guys for stopping by to check us out. But until next time, let's ride.